Well, hello there, my cheeky darlings. Here we are with another speed build, and we are doing another little iteration of my Witchy Woo series that we've got going on at the minute. This is the Cosmic Witch. So I really wanted to do some kind of tower, and I was thinking like astronomy, that kind of vibe, because that is what kind of Cosmic Witches practice, really. They kind of focus on energies and rhythms of the cosmos. They have I'm reading this. They have influence on the energy of the earth and the lives of people. As a result, cosmic witches may study astrology, astronomy, and other related subjects in order to better understand the cosmic forces at work in the world. I love that. And it got me thinking. I was like, we need a tower. So that's exactly what I did. It was quite easy to build this, hence the kind of sort of shorter speed build, really. But what I will say is the build went fantastically. We're in the world of Granite Falls at the minute. I actually move it over to Henford-on-Bagley instead. This world just wasn't doing it for me. I even moved this to Sixum, the alien planet that you can visit, because you can kind of like do a little cheat where you can like build on that planet. And it just didn't match in well on there. It just looked a bit odd. This is a bit more fantasy. I've gone for a bit more of a fantasy element with this tower. And it just didn't suit that world to me. So I was placing it everywhere. And it ends up in its home in Henford-on-Bagley, right on top of the waterfall area. I just thought it fit there absolutely perfectly. But yeah, this came together, as I said, really quite easy. The actual sort of main build of it. I tell you where it was hard, and it was the furnishing. Oh my look, because these are all like hexagonal rooms, there was no way I was doing curved rooms and circle rooms, because we know that they're just unusable. And yeah, it was really hard to furnish. So the furnishing is not the best. I will admit that freely. It's not my favorite iteration that we've done so far, that's for sure. I do love the exterior though. The exterior came together really nice. But I struggled with the interiors just because we've gone for a Cosmic Witch vibe. So in the interiors, I was trying to go a little bit more fantasy element, but I wanted kind of sort of the cosmos sort of decorations. And we haven't really got any of that, to be honest with you, in the game. So it just wasn't really working. But I did my best, and that's all I'm going to say. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. It is quite difficult to maneuver around this build as well. There's ladders and stairs everywhere. So I think there's like 3 ladders and 1 set of stairs that is on the outside. So you can get up to everywhere. I've player tested it all. They can use it absolutely fine. But yeah, that's what I just had to say about it. I really did. But I loved using that brick from the castle estate that I've not got to use this one yet, with all that the kind of green in between all of the cracks and crevices. It's really lovely texture, that is. And we've actually got a matching flooring as well, so I use that everywhere. We go for a kind of greeny sort of vibe with it, but I do start introducing a few other elements into it. I start going a little bit more, not futuristic, that's the wrong word to use, but you can see I'm putting this at the top, and I use those big glowing orbs from Realm of Magic. I put them up at the top of it, and I end up doing a few more of these because I was thinking in my head of like chakra colors. So I do a few more of these like orbs up and down this little spire that we've got at the top. And I actually change the texture of the roof as well. We go for a glass roof on a little bit of it on the actual big cylinder itself. I put a little glass roof on it, and it just looked really effective. And then up inside the glass roof, I put in one of those kind of big totems that came with Jungle Adventure, just for a little bit of extra decoration. And I think it really worked. I really did. So as I said, I wanted to go for a fantasy element, but I did want to get that feeling of the cosmos going around. So I use a lot of telescopes and stuff, and a lot of these orbs as well. I didn't realize here, I'm moving this up with the tool mod because they wouldn't move up for some reason. And then I didn't realize that I didn't have the move objects thing on, and yeah, it was I had to go and sort it. But yeah, anyway, so my voiceover is going to be absolutely horrific today. Pre-warning you, this is the last video I'm pre-recording before I go away. So it's been a manic week trying to get all of these videos pre-recorded, but I've managed to do it and I'm very pleased with myself. Very pleased with myself indeed. But yeah, this time while you're watching this, I'm probably tanning my tits on a beach somewhere just to rub it in a little. Hope you don't mind, but I am in dire need of a holiday and I'm very, very excited about it. I really am. But yeah, then I put up all of these little orbs on these bits here, and I reckon they maybe draw energy from the planets and the stars and stuff, and it brings it down to here, and this is the kind of energy source of this house. Really like that idea, I really do. I have no idea what witch we're going to go for next. There's quite a few ones I'm looking at. I think I want to either do like a crystal witch. I'd love to do a crystal witch. Someone intrigued me and said do a swamp witch as well. I really want to do a swamp witch. I know that's not necessarily, well, I don't know, maybe that is the type of witch in a different country, I have no idea, but I really want to do some kind of swamp witch as well. But I'm also going to be doing a modern witch's house. I'm going to do something really modern, but kind of like out there. I think I want to try and do something like that, so be on the lookout for that as well. Don't know what we're going to name the modern witch. Today's witch, maybe that one, you know. So we'll try and do something like that in the future when I get back. I've got lots of ideas for when I get back as well. We are going to be picking up my dream home series once I return. I want to do a Victorian villa. I want to do a Victorian villa for my dream home series. So we are going to slowly pick that back up again. And just various other stuff. I'm definitely going to be influenced by Spanish architecture because I am going to Spain. So I would imagine there's going to be quite a few Spanish themed builds coming as well. So again, be on the lookout for those, my darlings. Decided to raise the terrain paint up here just so it kind of looked like a nice sloping hill with this big tall kind of staircase going down, and putting lights up everywhere as well. I really went to town on the decoration, and I started using these vines and stuff because we're in the world of Granite Falls, and I was like, oh, I'm going to need some kind of greenery on this, and I was worried it was going to take away the kind of feeling of it being a cosmic sort of like build, but it actually didn't. I think it looked really nice towards the end. Yeah, I was kind of pleased with it, very pleased indeed. I just wish that I furnished this place a bit better. I really do, because it's not the best. I'll give it a solid 5.5 to 6 out of 10. There we go. Decided to use these moonstones everywhere as well, so I end up putting these on all of the pillars that are connected to these fences. I put them everywhere, and they're really effective because they kind of glow and they make a sound as well, and it sounds very cosmic. So up on these balconies and stuff where the telescope and things are, it just added something really nice, and yeah, I was very pleased with it. Used quite a bit of items from Realm of Magic with this as well, but Get to Work came in really handy, especially with what I'm doing now with the landscaping. With the landscaping, I wanted to go a little bit more alien. I wanted it to look like it was from another planet, to be honest with you. And this is where I decided, like, oh, what would this look like on Sixum? So saved it to my gallery, and then I went to Sixum, and you know how bloody difficult it is to get there. I had to make my Cosmic Witch a scientist, and then I had to go through the wormhole generator. I had to upgrade it. You know how difficult it is. And I got there, put it down, and I was like, no, I don't like that. So it's a bloody waste of time. But I wanted to try it anyway. And I do want to go to Sixum and build something there. I've never done that on my YouTube channel. So if you'd be interested in seeing me build something on Sixum, I'd love to do some kind of futuristic, like alien family home. I think that could be a really cool vibe. If you want to see me do that, then please let me know down below. And I'll be sure to check the comments out once I return from my holiday. And yeah, very nice. Love all of these landscaping pieces though, especially those floating flowers. I think they're so pretty. They're just, I don't know, they look otherworldly. And I think it worked really nicely. Did have to play around with the tool mod here just to make sure that everything was sunk into the ground properly. And yeah, it was kind of nice. And I played around a few with the terrain paints as well, just if you like the daisies sort of like textures and stuff, just so it kind of just blended everything down to the ground, and I think it really worked. Never tend to use this flower sort of terrain paint, but it is actually quite nice, the white one. I do enjoy it, yes. There was another thing that I did here as well that I really don't like, and it's this. You see me get rid of this in just a second. You'll see me put it down, detail it all, and then delete it. So you've got that to look forward to. End up just doing some stepping stones up to the stairs instead. It looked a little bit better. This just, when I pulled kind of like back to have a look at it from far away, it just looked like it was kind of just stuck there. No matter what I did with the terrain paint, it just looked a little bit naff. So got rid of it. Didn't like it. And yeah, that's where I looked at it. I was just like, nope, that looks stupid. Goodbye. But I kept it in there anyway. Just so you can sort of see the evolution of the build, you know, using those wonderful stepping stones from the bistro pack as well. Love them. They're going to come in so useful. I wish there was some more of them, you know, just some more sort of different iterations. I'd like to see that, but that's just me being fussy. But yeah, I'm very pleased with how this came out. I really am. I think the next clip we actually move over to Henford-on-Bagley and the lighting even looks better. It just really fit the build a lot better. Yeah, here we go. Well, you're not going to get to see it because we're going into the interiors now. So this is where it all goes a bit wrong, really. So this is the kitchen. I had to like kind of put up a half wall so it could fit the kitchen counters in here quite nicely. It's just not the vibe, to be honest. I think you lot could have furnished this a lot better. I think my brain had melted by this point because the amount of videos that I've done all week, I was just like, yeah, I can't do that. That's just gonna have to do. But I kept everything stone as well, just kept it the same on the exterior into the interiors. It was fine. It was okay. As I said, 5.5 out of 10, and that is pushing it. It really is. But yeah, kitchen is on one level, the bathroom is on one level, so your Sims are going to have a bit of a bad time if they need to go for a wee and stuff because they've got ladders and stuff to climb down. Imagine weeing yourself going down a ladder. Oh, that would be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it, to be honest with you? Something I would like to see, not for any kind of weird reasons, I just think it would be quite funny. Someone weed themselves coming down a ladder. I bet that's happened before somewhere. Anyway, what? This is one of the balconies. I end up doing a little, because there was no area in the interior for a dining table, I do one out here instead, and I put up this orb that came with the My Wedding Stories, and it just gives it a nice glow in the evenings out here. It's kind of nice. But I struggled at what to actually furnish this place with, and I decided to go more fantasy with everything, with the furniture itself, using, as I said, a lot from Realm of Magic. It was the only thing that fit the bill, really. But on one level as well, a living room, very small living room, but somewhere where they can come down, sit, read a book. Yeah, I was really struggling with what furniture to use throughout the whole of this build, but this was the best of the bunch that I could see fitting in here and looking semi-okay. Well, 5.5 out of 10 okay, but that's, yeah, neither here nor there, you know. Anyway, we are moving on to the bedroom in just a second. Oh, I actually come out here first. I just put a couple of benches out here, another telescope, because both of the balconies are at a different height. I thought it would have been nice to have a telescope on each of them, and they can get different views then, can't they? The bathroom is on the ground floor, so there is a full bathroom down here. Again, it's very difficult to choose the furniture to kind of match in with the theme in here, but I chose what I thought was the best, at least, you know. And then up onto the next level. This is right in the big turret. So this is the one with all of the big windows and stuff. This is the bedroom, but it's also maybe a kind of like practice area as well. I do put a telescope in here too. It's not usable, but I put it in here for effect. And I put a desk in here as well. Make it into like kind of a semi-altar kind of situation. And these were the only wardrobes that fit in here semi-okay. Was these green ones from the high school years, but even then, it's just not for me. It's not. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now, my darlings. You're going to go and watch a cheeky little video tour, and I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.